this is what I want to say here. When we kind of go missing in the business, and we all have times of doing that, it is the one thing in the business that is going to take you out, is inconsistency. And it's a challenging lesson, this one. So just hands up, show of hands. I'm going to go on to gallery view. Hands up if you've gone missing in your business at a time. How much harder is it to get back in after you've really put it down? What starts to creep in? When we take time out, what starts to creep in? Who takes over?
Doubt.
Doubt.
The mean girl in my head.
Right? Someone else is put in the driver's seat. And then it's hopelessness and despair. We believe that we need an upline to come rescue us, to come kick our butt. Someone else needs to save me, right? And it is. It's like riding a bike uphill. It's like starting the car again once it's completely stalled. It's very challenging to come back from that. So this is such a good topic for us to delve right into. Now, leadership is about showing up consistently, even when we don't want to. And this is sometimes it's a tough pill to swallow. It'd be easier to hide in mediocrity. It'd be easy to hide in a job where we can clock on and clock off and just stop. But let me ask you this, how many times in other roles in life do you have to show up even if you don't feel like it? Who has kids? Do your kids care if you're having a bad day? Do your kids care if you're sick? Oh my God, was that a shock to my system? That kids do not care if you're sick. They don't care if you're having a moment or a bad day, or right? They're naturally egocentric, completely self-absorbed. So kids often are our best teachers. Partners are often our best teachers. Does your job care if you're sick? No. And there's sometimes where you have to show up in the job even when you don't feel like it. That's the kind of resilience and toughness that we must bring to ourselves in this. Otherwise, you're in the hobby category. You're either in the hobby, I'm doing this when it's really good and I feel like it, and I'm not prepared to show up when I don't want to, or it's the look in the mirror time and it's the decision where you say, I'm building this no matter what, and it's going to be like one of my children. I don't get to opt out. I don't get to go backward. I don't get to not show up when I don't feel like it. Does this make sense? And this part sorts out a lot of rats and mice, chaff and straw, like whatever analogy you want to get. This is where we see leadership made. I love this. Like, I'm excited about this because I want to give you some experiences here of when I didn't want to show up and I had no choice. But what I get to enjoy now as a result. It's not always going to be like this. And I always want to have this conversation with you all, right? Because it's not always going to be like this. There's going to be a time that if you show up consistently enough, pretty soon that muscle's going to take over and nothing could keep you from this, because then a responsibility takes over that you don't want to let people down, that you actually get to. Instead of have to, you get to, and it's a very different energy. Would you agree? Now, I have plenty of moments daily, weekly, monthly, where I can't be bothered, where I'll see something scheduled and go, really, Linda, when is enough enough? When can we just hide out a little? Now, there's a time for regeneration and rejuvenation, and there's a time for service. And controlling your calendar sets you free. So anyone who is in and out and disappearing or full throttle, it's dangerous. It's a really dangerous habit because it's it's obtainable. You can do it, but it's definitely not sustainable. Anyone I see who's all in or all out, they kind of ghost and disappear. What happens if you've got team and you disappear? Now, I can give a few scenarios here and I can say, well, a team are independent. They don't need you. It's their own business. They're 100% independent. They're empowered. They know where to find their answers. There's plenty of uplines. There's plenty of help. That's one answer, and I agree with that. But what happens is, on an emotional level, the certainty, the reliability, and the vision and the trust can get shaky. So anyone that I've seen consistently, I believe in them, I want this so much for them, I know their potential. Knowing people's potential is one of the biggest killers in this game, because it's just going to take you and them out, because you're so in love with the potential of what could be instead of the reality. So it's always looking at the results. So I'm much more interested in empowering you on, James, can you get the door? Thanks. Sorry, urgent package. What was I saying? I'd much rather empower you on, even when you don't feel like it, how to stay in the game. Would that be more useful? Even though you're having a moment or a few days, life is happening for everyone. First of all excuses are equal. I can tell you people who are putting through orders after surgery. I can tell you the stories that I have collected over my Juice Plus lifetime of 12 years. Cheryl Cortese did her Monday night call that she's never ever missed in 20 plus years, even when her house was flooded that day, when it was Christmas Eve, when it was, you know, Thanksgiving. All of these reasons of, oh, you know, that's not convenient. Success is not convenient. I want you to write that one down. And it's useful to know this. Now, I'm speaking to all of us. I'm not targeting anyone here. I just loved this beautiful, honest, open discussion about this. Is this helpful when someone's actually vulnerable? This is why I always love starting off with what's working and then what's the gap. How quickly does our mind go to what's the gap, what's not working? All the time. So as leadership, we train ourselves to find the good first. What's the gift? What's great? Where's my progress? Noticing your progress, you're going to get more of it. Noticing your failure, you're going to get more of it. You're always conditioning your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, where the flow goes and where the magic happens. So if you're beating the drum of I'm not showing up, I'm not consistent, guess what? You're going to notice. You're going to be so laser focused and notice every single time where you're doing that behavior, and you're going to keep reinforcing it. You're going to stay in a crazy A loop. So now's the time for the new identity. Now's the time for the identity that excites you about showing up. The leader who shows up no matter what. The leader who has no excuses, who gets to, because they choose this, not because they have to. The entrepreneur who says, give me more. Is this all you've got? Give me more. Whip it on. This is where I grow. Does that make sense? So again, I come back to scheduling. I always come back to personalities, because I have a girl in me that just wants to take the easy road, the path of least resistance. Right? She's the comfort girl. Even right now, as I'm planning a 3-week tour of the US, I could just show up and do some nice things and take it easy. But that's not going to help me with my mission. That's not helping me go further faster there. I have to find the deeper why. And the deeper why is, you know, being mission driven with Free a Girl. That's the thing that totally has my heart at the moment. So I'm creating events that are going to contribute directly to Free a Girl. $50 frees one child. So while I'm touring the US, I'm committed that we're going to free at least 100 girls while I'm there. Because every day I can commit to that 5 seconds and I start to talk about a key and a cage and girls in India, and I can just start crying. And then I'm going to jump out of bed. I get my excuses out of the way. I know that this is bigger than me. Does this make sense? This never goes away. What I'm trying to get across and really reassure you, no matter where you're at on this journey, that feeling of the path of least resistance and wanting to hide and stay in the same shell, it's there for everyone. But that's not where the juice lies. That's not where the greatest gifts of your life are going to come from. That's not where the excitement, that's not what you're actually asking for. You're not asking to stay the same. You're asking for so much more, which is why you're given the challenges. So when we can recognize that all of these challenges are our absolute calling to grow bigger, they're our calling to dig deeper, they're our calling to peel back more layers, to expand the why to be even bigger and juicier. Does that make sense? Who's with me on this? I'm going to go to gallery view and see your faces. Right. So, Sophie, I'm going to come back to you, honey, because you were so beautiful and honest with us, if that's okay. What takes you out quicker than anything? When you just don't want to be consistent, what's the thought?
I think the biggest thing is I get sick of talking to people.
Right. Okay, that's nice. Fair enough. So are you typically an introvert?
No, I wouldn't say I'm an introvert.
Okay,
no.
So what part of you gets sick of talking to people? Is it because you're not seeing results from conversations develop?
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm not getting to the point in a lot of them.
So you're not asking the question.
Yeah, and then like you develop this great friendship, and then it's kind of like, oh, I really don't want to get to the point, because then they might be like, oh, so that's why you're being my friend.
Great. So there's the gap. And so let me ask you this. Is that why you're being their friend? And be 100% honest, please. I honor you.
With some people, yes.
Great. So owning this now, owning this in total truth, is that okay?
I feel like it's not.
Why is that?
It just feels wrong.
So this is what I'm hearing. It's wrong to connect with people if your intention is just to offer the business.
Yeah.
Okay. Network marketing is going to be a tough place for you. Because we network and we market and we ask people all day, every day. We invite them, hey, would you be open to looking at ways to create another income?
Yeah. I know I need to like, and I've been working on this. I go through phases of like, no, well, I'm here to help them, because, you know, this could be the key to, you know,
great. I love that. What's the real truth? Because you could help them. You can help people by volunteering. So what truth could you really own to help you be way more aligned and consistent?
That, well, like they might need this. It might be, yeah, what they need in their life. So
Beautiful.
who am I to prevent them from having it?
And why are you inserting yourself into the decision?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you the whole package of invitation?
What do you mean?
Well, they have to talk to you and be your friend for all of this time just to get an invitation to make another income?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
So what's our job? Like, tell me your job description. All of you, do you guys care? I'm not just talking to Sophie. So now we all get to work. How many trainings have we covered? What do I do? The 15-second elevator pitch. This is what do you really do? What value do you offer? You know, what do I love about my Juice Plus business? Here's my why. There's so much of this, but let's really go for it now. Let's really go with it with just total honesty from our heart. Shine the spotlight of truth. What do we do? And get proud and loud about it. Get proud and loud. What do we really do? So I want us all to write it down. I want you to write it down and own it. Stop hiding behind, this is sales. This is networking. You have a multi-million-dollar business right at your fingertips. You have proof beyond measure that products that change lives. You have proof beyond measure that people can create income that matches their efforts. So what are you hiding behind? All the song and dance, all the smoke and mirrors, that's what people don't like. Now, is there a way that we can be elegant, that we can have a beautiful intention and that we can connect with people and we can be patient and stay in a relationship so they know that you are the person to go to when and if they want better health for someone that they know in their family, when they want better health for themselves, when now might be the time that they are ready to create the other income because something changed. Can we do that? Yes. But what we don't need to do is have endless conversations for 2 years pretending to be someone's friend and run out of things to say when we know that our job is to invite them and ask the question. The gap is with us, my friends, not them and the conversation. The gap is with us. So what is your gap and what are you not being upfront about? Let me ask you this, Sophie. Where did she go? Did I lose her? Where did she go? Oh, hope I wasn't too intense. I'm intense today. Okay, I'm talking to many of you here who are hiding behind drip feeding. Now, I drip feed with the best of them. But when it's go time, I'm asking the question, and what allows me to ask the question is my certainty, my recommitment to what I have every single day. I'm Willy Wonka, I have the golden ticket. If they want to free themselves, they want to free their mind, their body, their spirit, their financial woes, their choices in life, they want to expand all of these things for more in life, I have that. I have a way. It's proven. In fact, I help hundreds, thousands do that every single day. I'm out of my mind with excitement about what I get to do every single day. Your story is my story is your story. We are storytellers, we are story collectors, we are professional inviters. That's your job description. You are a professional, elegant, connected, authentic inviter. We have two skills that we have to develop, insane skills in this business. You master these 2 skills, you will have a check that will set you free. Events, inviting people to events, inviting people to take a look. Be the ultimate inviter. Be proud, be courageous, be bold, be upfront, be authentic, be in truth, be in a state of certainty and courage and excitement, and get yourself out of the way. Get yourself out of the way. All the things that you keep deciding for people, all the song and dance that you're doing, all the time you don't ask the question, you're being out of alignment. Not network marketing, not the system, not the conversation, not the person, you're being out of alignment. So how do we close the gap? How do we get you into insane courage, totally conviction? There's 3 fuels on our journey. The first, when we first join, it's enthusiasm. That lasts. It's really exciting, and you can go really fast, really quickly, but it runs out very quickly. Enthusiasm wanes. It's only going to get you so far. It's only going to get you through your warm, cozy, easy market. The second fuel is commitment. Commitment. You hear enough stories, you see enough belief, you see enough proof, and you go, this really works. Hey, wow. If she can do it, I can do it. If that guy can do it, are you kidding? I'm going to figure this out. Commitment. I'm committed to investing an hour every day in me and in growing me and learning these skills, right? Commitment's going to take you further. The third fuel, conviction, I'm all in. I've got insane courage. I totally know what I want and why I want it, and people are in or out. And I don't take it personally. I don't even need resilience, because it would be absurd for me to think that people could reject me. That not everyone is looking for a way to create a second income at exactly the same time, so everyone's going to say yes. That would be absurd, insane, ridiculous. With total conviction, I know that I play the numbers game. I'm not a Spamatosaurus, but I know I play the numbers. Give me the list of 20 people, and 2 people in there are going to say, yeah, tell me more. You have a few more skills and more than commitment, you have conviction. 4 are going to say yes. It's the numbers. It's not you. You don't get to influence that outcome, no matter how amazing you are, how nurturing and caring, how timid, how bold. It's the numbers. But if you're not asking the question, you're not doing the numbers. You're doing a song and dance. That's not a high-paying activity. Let's be really clear. So first of all, let's do the introspection, which is where the magic happens. Number 1, what fuel are you in? Enthusiasm. I'll do what I can if something falls in my lap. I like the events and the hype, but I don't like to ask the question much. Number 2, are you committed? You're mildly committed. Committed at a 2 out of 10, a 10 out of 10? Do you give up after 5 people haven't gotten back to you? Because I thought it was going to be easy. I'm not that committed. I only want to do it when it fits. I'm not going to drive far for an event. I'm not going to reinvest into my business. I'm definitely not getting on a plane for anything. I'm committed to growing in my personal life, but not in business. Some people are on 15 hours of training every week and not doing 1 hour of activity to match the training. It has to be equal. 7 hours investing in growing and upskilling will change your life. When you match it with 7 hours of inviting, not chatting, inviting, asking the question, will you take a look? Will you come to Super Saturday? You've been on my mind. Will you? If I would you? Hey, I'm curious. I'm not even sure if you know what I do. I'd love to share a bit more if you're up for it. Let me ask you, would you be up for creating another income? Ask the question all day, every day. Ask the question. Don't be a Spamatosaurus. I don't have to sit here and tell you how to use your emotional intelligence on whether you've earned the space to ask that question. Now, there's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 fuels. There's 1, 2, and 3 levels of boldness and courage that you're going to need. Now, I'll give you an example. When Olivia Charlotte Measures joined the business, 20 years old, working in the popcorn, working at the cinemas, she would go literally into the bathroom, into the toilet, and Spamatosaurus everyone that was on her Facebook, 100%. She would ask them, hey, I've just joined this thing. It's insane. I love it. I've already started making money. I'm only 2 months in. Are you interested in taking a look? So she did the numbers. She just understood the numbers straight away and understood it had nothing to do with her. But I just got to do the invitation and the numbers and I will get the success. But I've got to swing the bat every single time. I can't talk about it and hope and pray and think about swinging the bat. I know that I'm going to strike out 7 to 8 times out of 10. But guess what? The 7 to 8 times out of 10 that you strike out, you don't, because you've put out an invitation and now the person knows that you're an option to make another income, and they will circle back, I promise. The no's are never the no's, I promise. Wait and see. But you know, every single day, your job is to step up to the plate and swing the bat and swing the bat and swing the bat. And every now and then, you're going to knock it out of the park. You're only going to hit 2 to 3 out of 10. Guess what professional baseball players get paid to do? They get paid a multiple 6-figure income every year to fail 7 times out of 10. The very best batters in the world fail, miss the ball 7 times out of 10. But they get paid the whoppers on the 3 or 2 that happen. Our business is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. What's happening is everyone's telling themselves a story about you and your skills and your uniqueness and your special circumstances that don't allow you to step up to the plate every day. And it's all nonsense. It's all BS. It's all stories. Would you agree? Do you know how I know this? Because the numbers don't lie. The numbers are the same for everyone. I've been doing this for 12 years. You would hope that I have a few more skills along the way than you guys. You would hope. Why? Because how many more times have I swung the bat than you? So I know. So those 7 that I don't get are much easier. They're part of, I don't get the 7 without the 2 or the 3. I don't get paid on just the 3. I get paid on the 10. This is a moment. We're having a moment right now, everyone. I'm not sure if you can feel this. Lean in. You know, we lean in when we're having a moment. Lean in. You get paid on all 10. The ones that you think are a brutal no, the ones that ghost you, the ones that don't get back to you, the ones that are thinking about it, the ones that are on the fence, the ones that are no freaking way ever, watch them come back. You get paid on 10, not just the 3 that you get an instant gratification on. If you commit to understanding you are not that important, it is not about you. You are a network marketer, and every single day you get paid to step up to the plate. Are you stepping up to the plate? Or are you hanging back waiting for unicorns to appear in your business? Are you hanging back waiting for an upline to rescue you? The next magical post to pull you out of the doldrums? The next 3-way call to just be the one? Nice, Crystal. Epiphany moment. The lean in. If you get this and watch it back until you get it, until it lands, until you have goosebump moments where you go, holy shit, it's not about me. Oh my God, it's not about me. This is freaking unbelievable that I have exactly the same chance to step up to the plate as all of the multi-million-dollar earners. They've just done it more and faster and further down the track. Oh my God, I am Willy Wonka. I have the same secret tools and opportunity every single day. And if I'm really honest, I only need to do it for half an hour every single day, and I can be a multi-millionaire. Are you getting this? If I could reach into Zoom and like hug you and shake you, or like slap you around, I don't know, but I'm coming through Zoom with all of my heart and soul and intention to say, when you get that, nothing will take you out of the game. Nothing will get you to not step up to the plate. Wild horses cannot drag you. You will still step up to the plate. You will find a way. All the other stuff is smoke and mirrors. It's all nonsense. You don't need any of that. Step up to the plate every day, 5 times a day. That's it. Now, at one end of the scale, like Olivia, you can be virtually Spamasaurus. But guess what? If you're prepared to do 100, you'll get 10. She was prepared. Are you prepared? If you're never going to see these people again, if you really do not care about a 4-second judgment that could change the rest of your life, are you willing to do that for the why that's over here? The why that we do everything is the masterpiece life right here. This is what sets me free. Now I get to be mission driven. Now I get to create life how I want because I did those yards back there, because I didn't own any part of my life. I was totally in financial fear. I was totally in physical pain. I felt a victim to everything. I didn't feel in control of anything. And yet this is the one thing that can set each and every one of you free every single day, because you step up to the plate and you do not make it about you. You swing the bat because that's what you get paid to do. You don't get paid to do anything else. You don't get paid to stay in a 3 or 4 year conversation with someone without ever stepping up to the plate. That is out of alignment, my friends. Because it's not owning that you are a network marketer, a professional. Go pro. Don't be in the hobby category. Don't hope and pray that certainty and conviction are going to come to you. You earn them because you go do them. How is the only way? Guess with me here. Hallucinate. Let's coach each other. What's the only way you get to move from enthusiasm to commitment? What's the only way you get to move from commitment to conviction? I'm all in, baby. I will never put this down. I will earn $1 million, and I'm determined. I'm going to help 10 other frontline earn their $1 million. And together that means we are impacting hundreds of thousands of families with better health and better wealth. Now that's a legacy. That's an asset worth building. How do you get to move fuels? It's easy. I'll give you a hint. You need a bat. You do the work. When we say do the work, do the work. It's not glamorous. But the paycheck is glamorous. Swinging the bat every day can be dull. It can be deflating. It has to be disciplined. It's basic. I'd rather do something pretty over here. I'd rather create a funnel. I'd rather create a website. I'd rather create, rebadge another name for a women's event. That's going to get me there. No, no, no. Swing the bat, swing the bat, swing the bat. After the women's event, swing the bat. Will you? Do you? What if? If I would you, come on along, I choose you. You can't possibly know what this is. You've got no idea what you're saying yes or no to. So at least, would you do me the honor of taking a closer look so then you can make an informed decision? You couldn't possibly know what this is. And because I care about you, I'm committed that you at least understand what this is and what we have and why I'm so out of my mind passionate about it. That's what you get paid to do. Who has a little more clarity? Holy shitballs. It's unglamorous. It's totally unglamorous. Can you make it glamorous? Hell yeah. Can you make your messenger pink? Can you use emojis? Can you use things like hun and I'm totally thinking of you and I love your vibe and we do rainbows and unicorns and we do women's events and we feel empowered and we make money. We make money because that's why you're all here. Otherwise, Go contribute and volunteer somewhere else where you are volunteering. Don't confuse the two. You're here to make money. You're here to set yourself free. You're here to leave a legacy. You're building an asset. It's going to pay you and your family for the rest of your life. Be so proud. Be so honest that you radiate your truth. You have nothing to hide, my friends. We are the Willy Wonkers. We are the huge-hearted, pay-it-forward, heart-driven women that are changing the world. There is no other profession like this. There's no other profession produces more six-figure women across the planet. This is our gem. 80% of this profession is women caring for women, women setting themselves free, and then they're so full of belief and love and encouragement and skills that you just have to go pour that out into someone else who is low on it. That's what we do. That's the overall view. It's the ultimate pay it forward business. And yet you let fear and doubt stop you from stepping up to the plate every day. Every single day that you step up to the plate is the day that this is the life-changing moment for them and you. And if you stop for 10 seconds making it about you, and you just do the grit and the resilience and what you get paid to do, which is that. Not track the yeses, not track the nos, not make it about you. You just get to go and serve. Every time you swing the bat, you serve. What if you could? If you could only see what I see, if you could have access to the mentors that I have that have changed my life, if you could feel this community, if you could create another 500 a month, if we could collaborate and smash this together, if you could only believe in yourself like I believe in you, swing the bat. That's what we do. Now, you know with your beautiful hearts how to take a spam message to a heart message. Would you agree? And only if you're in your head are you going to say, I don't know what to say. You know what to say and you know what to do. What if you start trusting your intuition? What if you start listening to her? What if you stop listening to everyone else and you stop caring about what everyone else thinks? What if? How would life change? What could happen for you in the next 30 days? Start swinging the bat. Stop making it about you. Start listening to her, not them. That's the formula. That's the prescription. All right, I've been rambling on for 42 minutes. Who's got some questions, some shares, some epiphanies? I want to open it up now. I want to hear from you. Is this landing?
I'll share. So, Linda, at the beginning of this, I was literally just feeling like, I don't feel like Linda is going to be able to say anything to really make me like feel out of this funk that I've felt in. And a funk. And so, like, it's been a while. And I was like, there's nothing she's going to be able to tell me. And you literally just like knocked it out of the park. Like it's so freaking simple. It's so simple, this business. And I don't know, you just totally ignited a fire, I think, under all of our asses right now. And it's just so simple. So thank you.
Yay! Yay! And look at how radiant you are. Like on the call that we did, this girl, name her. We need to put her in the driver's side. When it's swing the bat time, if Eeyore is floating around, if you step up to the bat with the girl who knows it's service, it's time to serve, it's time to invite, it's time to give. It's not time to suffer and make it about me. She just swings the bat 5 times a day. It takes 5 minutes. Putting the right personality, stepping up to the plate, that's what's going to make the difference. It's heart, not head. It's them, not us. It's the girl who wants to lead, to be the servant leader, who gets such a buzz, who reattaches and recommits every day when she gets the messages from team that are winning. They're promoting, they're grabbing the bonuses, they're giving you those gratitude messages. You've changed my life. You hold them dear, you blow them up, you put them on. I have a whole drawer of them. So if there's ever a moment that I doubt that it's all about me, I'm having an Eeyore moment, I go to my good girl drawer. I have a bag of it. I have a bag of cards of you've changed my life. Every single message that I get, I read, I reply to, and I breathe in and I go like this, which is why anytime I put my hand on my heart, I've got so much commitment fuel, conviction. Like it's right there in the palm of my hand because I recommit to it. You're magnificent, Heather. You have such a big mission, and I know sometimes it can feel heavy. And there is sometimes. So to wrap up here, I want to be elegant and come back especially to you, Sophie, who really opened up a beautiful question and topic here. I thank you. It's okay to have our times where we need to go within and nurture. What is death to our business is when we completely withdraw and we don't let others support us and we don't let others in and we go into suffering and we make it all about who. It's so challenging to come back from that. So I love when you guys reach out for help. We all need help at different times. I love that you had that vulnerability, Heather, to say, you know what, I'm having a moment. And all your uplines are there instantly to say, we believe in you. We've all been through these times. How can we help you? Right? Simplify. Any other ha-has? Well, because I love hearing people's shares here. Who's going to actually do something different after this call? Then I complete my mission. If you're still in your head thinking about this, great. I love seeing those. One more share, please, so we can all fill up.
I'll share.
Andreas!
You know, I always love listening to you, Linda. I just feel like you suddenly press a button and you channel things that we might not, or that I might not be able to put to words, but that are going around, and certainly things that I justify as activity, but it's really not activity. I love how you said, for example, that the activity of asking the question. In other words, we can mask the activity by connecting with another person, right. But if we're not asking the question, we're not really doing the activity, even though we are doing the gesture of. You know, it's like we're eating Cheetos and we're eating, but we're not really feeding ourselves, right? And so the distinction that you made, just like first of all, it turned on the light in the room and I suddenly found myself naked, right? and then the second thing is like, oh, okay. So, you know, it is not supposed to be glamorous. It is not supposed to, like, the glamour is, as you said, the check. This activity is not the glamour part, but it's the necessary part. And It's actually the urgent part. It's where the muscle is built. It's where everything, it's like the iceberg, right?
Right.
Like the tip of the iceberg, we always look, like I look at you and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Oh my gosh, life is easy for her. Why is it not working this way for me? And then it's because underneath the water, you have this huge chunk of ice that is keeping that tip afloat. Meanwhile, I'm just focusing on the little tip, and I'm putting my little tip of iceberg in the water, and it goes whoop, and it capsizes because it doesn't have the foundation to keep that tip up. So to me, it's been really inspiring because, okay, it's on the one part, it's like, okay, you haven't done it, great. Don't have to like necessarily, bring all that weight throughout the day. But now you know what you need to focus on, and you know it's not glamorous. So if you're dirty, you're on the right track. You know, it's like
That's how you're moving fuel.
exactly.
You can't go from enthusiasm to committed to conviction without getting very messy.
Yeah.
Very messy and unglamorous, but that's what we get paid to do. This is another way of me saying it's the numbers, it's never us. There's no difference between any of us. Any of the $1 million earners that you see cross stage, I'm just out of my mind excited to go pro in Vegas to see the big league of so many $1 million earners. The only difference is they swung the bat so many more times than I was prepared to. That's it. It's the only difference. Because the numbers are always the numbers, no matter how special and amazing someone is. My numbers are no better than any of you. You got to know that. That's what I want you to know. So let me ask you this, Andreas, because otherwise we've had a lovely breakthrough. Unless our action matches our new distinction, there's nothing. We just took a nice warm bath. So who are you now going to ask the question to in the next hour? And every one of you, who's prepared to commit in here that you're going to actually ask 5 people today? You're going to swing the bat to 5 people today. And you're going to see how fast and easy and fun it is when you've got the right girl or guy in the driver's seat and you're asking with great intention, and it's all about who? Them or you. And you are honest and you are in truth and you know why you're here, you know your job, and you get your job done. You swing the bat. 5 times today, I want each of you to message me, either in Team Spirit, in a DM, and I want you to give me the 5 names that you did. And we're going to have a little experiment between now and next week to hear what happened with the 5. Now, if you're going to do 10, then we get to see the numbers at play. If you're brave enough, if you're a big enough batter and you've been avoiding doing the high paying activity for a long time, a lot of you have 10 to go invite, to go ask the question. Take a closer look. Are you open to making another income? Right? It's got to be in there with all the rest of the fluff. It's got to be in there, and it's got to be so heartfelt. Let it land with them. Then we can handle the questions, the objections, the rejection feels and all of that kind of stuff. But we've got to do the bat. If you're brave enough to do 10, then we get to see the numbers at play. Then we get to see the 2 who say, yeah, I'm interested. Let me know. I have always wondered what you do. Okay? Who's willing to do the 10? We've got a few big players. And who's willing to do the 5? Cherie is willing to do the 5. Awesome. And you're going to get the results out of the 10 or out of the 5. They're going to be the same. Okay? It's just going to be half the results. So you're going to learn the batting average here. I'm excited. Who's excited? Yay! All right. I'm in this too. You know I'm in. I'm doing it to 10. I'm doing it to 10 because I'm in the big league. I know how much I want to be paid, right? So I will see you back on here next week. I want some updates and reports. I'm going to post this recording in Team Spirit now, and I'm going to give it as a challenge for everyone. Would you be up for that everyone can take part in this if they wanted to just ask the question, okay? Awesome. You guys rock. I love your commitment and heart and intention on here, and I'm already so proud of you batters. Mwah. See ya.